Hey, what's up, guys? Raids here again. I hope you guys are having a good start of your week, and I hope you guys have a drink ready in hand because we are about to embark on 30 minutes of gameplay here using the Frostallion and Bastigor Ice Oil Rig Wrecking build. I've been playing around with PAL damage only builds. First thing you're gonna do here is get up to the Taranta spot. I like gliding down from here to the oil rig. Since we don't have a Jet Dragon or a Xenolord, we're just gonna glide down. And for sure, I will be posting the builds used in this run in the video description in case you want to try it out. This is a fairly early method you can use, apart from the Azurmane method, to clear the oil rig without firing a single shot. And you're basically relying on player damage and only 5 pals. You have a maxed out Frostallion with Double Blizzard Spike, Diamond Rain, and Thunderstorm, and a Bastigor. Bastigor's partner skill here was actually surprisingly useful. The Bastigor has Stone Beat, which it learns naturally, as well as Thunderstorm. So here I'm using a Stone Beat to clear the first wave here. You can see it's a 2-shot with Stone Beat. And then I'm casting a Thunderstorm here in the corner, because I know they're going to try to aggro me down, and Thunderstorm is really good to stagger people up in the air. Not sure if you knew this, but in this game, non-boss units like pals and humans cannot attack while they're getting knocked up in the air. So it's a kind of a status effect, really, not one it talks about, but it's really helpful. And Bastigor's partner skill is pretty useful in the oil rig, because if something approaches you like a katana user, you're going to see me use it a lot here. They try rushing you down, you have your hammer, so you can pull out Bastigor and the hammer and just smash people. It's pretty useful. So here I'm rotating my partners, pals, excuse me. Whenever Bastigor stuff is all on cooldown, I pull out Frostallion and vice versa. So here you can see the strength of Thunderstorm combined with Stone Beat, incredibly strong. And Diamond Rain also. For the chopper, we're going to be switching to, we're going to be removing Stone Beat and Thunderstorm for the chopper. For the chopper, you're going to swap out to Fireball. So here, look at the beauty of these skills. I'm casting a Stone Beat from really far away and a Thunderstorm. Look at that. This is the beauty of 99999 range skills. If you want more info on that, I made a whole video dedicated to long range skills and how powerful they can be in this game. Look at that. Diamond Rain from really far away, a Stone Beat. So the beauty of these skills is that they have very good height, verticality, and also very good range, which means I can snipe these guys before they get too close. Here I got sick of this guy and pulling out my hammer and missing, because I was practicing here with learning the distance. The distance of the hammer is kind of awkward, and I missed a couple of swings here and there. But a couple of times in the run, I did get a couple multi-kills on the oil rig guys, which is pretty fun. So here, Stone Beat staggered, cancel that Dark Laser. I cleared the whole first floor of the oil rig, and I'm headed upstairs. But before I do, I'm going to do a long-distance Thunderstorm right here. You can see here I'm knocking this guy up. Just getting some chip damage in. And of course, both pals have Vampiric, so healing's not an issue. I was fairly safe during the whole run. I didn't use a single healing potion, by the way. Not even a chopper. Didn't really need to. So here I'm putting a Diamond Rain here. I think I pulled out the hammer here and missed. Got clipped by the stair there. The hammer swing is kind of awkward. You do like a leap in the air, so you do have to time it. You can't just, if you try to do it pure melee range, you just overshoot the target. So here, look at the distance. See, he jumps. So it's a good 100 or so distance, 300 or so distance. So here I had actually something really interesting happen in the middle of this run where I was clearing out the Knocklims, and I had the oil rig reset on me, which is kind of annoying. I had cleared it previously. This is probably like my 1000th oil rig clear or so. And I had the pals reset on me. So here, once you approach the Knocklims, you know the Syndicate guys are going to summon Knocklims. I put Seed Mine on my Bastigor. And that's because Seed Mine is really effective against these Alpha Knocklims that have very high HP. So here you'll see me use really long distance attacks to bait the AI into coming for me. So here I'm using Diamond Rain, trying to get their attention. Look how long Seed Mine is. I got staggered out of that. It's kind of buggy. But the distance of Seed Mine is super long. You can cast a Seed Mine from really far away. You're going to see that here. But as soon as my Bastigor has a read on the AI, watch. You just got to summon it at a good angle. So here I'm casting a Seed Mine, dropping it on top of the opponent's head. Big damage on the Bastigors. So here I got a good angle, and look. Diamond Rain, followed by Thunderstorm, followed by Seed Mine. Super long distance Seed Mine. Again, I will be putting the video description, the contents of the 999 range video, because it's such a cool mechanic. I love playing around with these skills. They enable so many strategies like this. So here I'm clearing this stuff out. I have this katana guy rushing me, which I don't think is a good idea, because obviously I'm gonna nuke him with my hammer. And so here I was getting fairly close to clearing this part of the oil rig, but you'll see what happened here shortly. That I had the whole oil rig respawn on me, which was kind of annoying because it delayed me a little bit, but it's alright. So here I'm just sniping the enemies with long distance skills like Thunderstorm and Seed Mine, trying to get the knocklums to aggro me and come closer. Look at how Seed Mine just obliterates those knocklums. They're just too big. That's also, by the way, for my knocklum, when I breed knocklums for fighting, I really do not make them alpha. It just makes them so big. It's one of the pals where I really think alpha should be avoided. Not the case for every pal, but definitely knocklum is one of them. So here I felt comfortable with the knocklums dying, and I switched out back to Stonebeat on the Bastigor. I'm gonna long distance target this guy over here on top of the platform with a Thunderstorm. Trying to see if I can kill him. I don't want to get too close with rocket launcher guys or crossbowmen sniping at me, or these pulse rifle guys, because they hit fairly hard and they stagger. So here I wanted to get rid of this guy from afar. Put a Diamond Rain over here. Put some damage on him before I get too close. And I think Diamond Rain can watch out one of these guys from Bastigor, because the Bastigors boost ice damage, so they're pretty decent with it. So here, second knocklum. I'm pulling out Seed Mine again. Thunderstorm, I'm dodging Katana guy. Be very careful with melee strikes and whenever you get ambushed as a player. Try to hide behind your pal. Here we've got Seed Mine, and we've got this guy. I actually almost overshot him. And I'm putting down a Thunderstorm here in case I get rushed down. Here I wait for the Katana guy to charge me, and then smash him. Pretty useful, pretty smooth run, honestly. It's really fun to play with the partner skills like this. Turns out Bastigor's hammer actually does a lot of damage on a maxed out Bastigor. It's like 8 to 10k. About 8k on Xenolord. They're quite strong. So here I'm just focusing. So here, look at what happens. The game saves, and the whole oil rig respawned on me. Like, what is this? So I get ambushed from all sides here, and I kind of thought about it for a second. I'm like, okay, I better head to the high ground because I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm getting grenaded here. So I'm heading up, try to get some cover, and resummon some of my pals to get some breathing room in here. I resummoned Frostallion to give Bastigor some breathing room, but here it's okay. The whole oil rig respawned, which is fine. I'm just going to let these guys come up. I have a safe vantage point here. I'm switching out of Seed Mine back into a Stonebeat, so I can focus on AoEing these guys down. So you can see there's a bunch of them here. Bloom, splat these guys with the hammer. Pretty fun to do, as long as they're low HP. Basically, I would say 50% or less, you can one-shot them with the hammer. I'm bringing the player character up into high ground again. I don't want to get shot too much, and my shield is down. Got a Lizpunk here that tried his luck too much to get too close. So the beauty of having a Bastigor in the oil rig is that whenever you get rushed down, if you're doing a weaponless run like I am here, which I think is honestly the most fun way to play the oil rig. After playing this game for so long, this update for so long, I've kind of settled on not really using any weapons. It's so much fun to use your pals for everything. And I think I got some positive feedback on my oil rig videos with pal damage only, where a lot of people, I think, have an appetite for this gameplay style. They want to use their pals to do stuff instead of player guns. So hopefully this is a playstyle that will become more and more relevant as the game gets updated and closer to the final release candidate version. I'm hoping that the devs are taking that into consideration. Using your pals for everything is really, really fun. So hopefully player damage will be reined in some. And you can use mount your pal, attack with your pal, like use mounted partner skills like this one to deal with the majority of the damage. That would be awesome. And then shooting can be a viable way to contribute damage, but it shouldn't be the main way. But that's just my opinion. So here I missed the timing on a hammer smash. I was too short. Here I got it. So it's my first time really using it for survival, so kind of learning. So here we have to kill the Knocklimbs again, I believe, because the oil rig respawned on me. So I'll be switching here to Seed Mine in a second. Just trying to clear out some ads. Important detail when you're doing these clears on the oil rig. If you leave any stragglers around that are at a different height, the AI is going to focus on them. So you can see those guys on the bottom right there. I have to be pretty careful that the AI doesn't focus too much on them. The AI will try to focus what's closest to it usually. But if that thing that's closest to it is in a different platform or in a different elevation, you're pretty much going to summon your pal and it's going to do nothing but stare at the ground. Which is what you do not want that. You want them focusing on the immediate danger. So what I'm doing here is making sure that the AI is... See how Bastigor is turning around? I don't want that. I want him focusing on the front, so I'm repositioning him toward the front on purpose so that he targets the enemies that are approaching us. So here I get a rush down by the Knocklimbs. I got what I wanted. I wanted them to come rush me down. And here I'm going to force them to approach me, and they're going to eat Seed Mine. Here I hammered too early, fortunately. Putting down a Seed Mine to target this guy. There, I got the hammer throw. And once these Knocklimbs are approaching me, I'm just going to hammer them with Seed Mine right here in the hallway. It's a great strategy. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got to get my dog water 1 second. Okay. Excuse me, sorry about that. So here, Seed Mine did a good job clearing out the Knocklimbs. Look at all the 1,000, 2,000, 2,200 damage. Those are Knocklimbs just eating Seed Mine. And then I'm just hammering the hallway down in AoE. Hammer also. So Hammer combined with Seed Mine was good. Done with Seed Mine. As soon as I'm done with the Knocklimbs, I remove Seed Mine. I think Holy Burst might be good for them too. You can put a Holy Burst skill fruit on your Bastigor. That'll work well too, since they're so fat. So here I'm going back to Stone Beats, and I think Holy Burst might be good during the run itself too. It's just that it hits a lot of the humans only once, so it doesn't really CC them. So I don't really use Holy Burst during the oil rig very much. So we took care of the oil rig reset here, which is good. Unfortunately, that delayed us by about 5 minutes. I'm trying to figure out here. I'm just playing this like a blind run. I'm trying to figure out where the chest spawns. So I looked over. I'm gonna be looking over to my left side to check the chest spawns here to see where I have to set up for the boss fight. Here we got this guy on the hammer. I'm getting flanked from a bunch of different angles, so I'm kind of backtracking a little bit. Try to not get ambushed too much, especially separate angles here. I can see my shields down, so I'm just going to be focusing on thinning out this guy on the platform with a thunderstorm, trying to just knock him out of here. And like I said, humanoids and pals cannot attack while they're in the air, which is probably a separate video, but any skill that knocks you up, you cannot attack, and that includes beam skills. I think in 1v1 scenarios with pals against a non-boss, beam skills can be quite good. Here I'm using my Frostallion, but I'm dismounting immediately because I don't want to get lasered down. You can do that too if you really want to use his double Blizzard Spike. He hits really hard with it. I use the double Blizzard Spike on the Frostallion when I'm getting rushed down and everything's flat terrain. I pull him out, do a double Blizzard Spike, and dismount quickly and summon him out. Here I'm getting rushed down by a Katana guy and a bunch of little guys that are trying to make their way up the stairs, but I don't think that's going to play too well because it's kind of a choke. So here I got this guy, and then I'm backing up the stairs again, I believe. Yeah, so these guys are rushing me down. Oh, and we've got a big... we've got the Falarises here first. Okay. So here I'm dismounting, I'm letting Bastigor tank everything. So here I've got Frostallion. I'm letting him do double Blizzard Spike into everything, kill a bunch of people, trying to dodge some fireballs. Frostallion is very, very tanky on an oil rig, even despite the fire damage. It's just a tanky pal. Mounting my Bastigor. Look at this churn. They're coming to me and getting eaten alive by Stone Beats And yes, the Frostallions are doing good damage. Try to stay close to your ice pal if you get set on fire, so that he can lower the temperature a bit. Summoning Frostallion over here, and getting the high ground on these guys. Trying to do see, so immediately I'm dismounting as soon as lasers come out. Letting Frostallion get some moves out. And here I have the high grounds, so I'm raining down a Diamond Rain on these guys and the Thunderstorm. And then I'm gonna pull out my hammer. Look at this clump of guys here. Splat on these guys. And then waiting for the cooldown again, getting the high ground. Whenever your shield's down, try to get cover as a player. You don't want to take too much unnecessary damage during the run itself. And then ironically, with this build, this kind of build, the chopper fight is actually the easiest thing. Because interesting, the chopper can't do much against really long range skills, which is pretty funny. Because the chopper's advantage against the player is typically being able to outrange you and pin you down behind cover. But this strategy that the chopper plays against you is actually an advantage, which is also one of the reasons, an advantage for you, the player. It's also one of the reasons why the multi-guided missile launcher is such a good weapon against it, because you can hide behind cover. Kind of an OP weapon. I'm not sure they thought that one through. Like the fact that you can hide behind cover and shoot and it auto aims, kind of OP. Kind of makes chopper boss fight a little too easy, but this method works as well. And I think people are burned out on multi-guided missile. It's like, okay, like we've shot millions of missiles, we're kind of done. Here I'm facing this Lispunk. Cannot quite get a one-shot on him, so I'm going to wait for Bastigor to finish him off with Diamond Rain. So here I cleared out a bunch of people that were rushing me, including the gunner. And I'm looking around. I think at this point all the chests respawned, which is why we didn't really have any chests at the beginning. There's a chest right there. So when you do this, you're going to have a lot of chests to pick up, obviously. In my case, when I started the run, the chests, I had already cleared it, so the chests were not fully respawned. And then we had the whole oil rig respawn on me. I'm disabling the turrets because I want to walk through here with my Bastigor unimpeded. And I'm going to summon him, mount him, try to get this guy from... Unfortunately, I couldn't kill him. He's like stuck in there, in that little groove. It's kind of annoying, so I'm just going to hammer him down. And then here, I'm trying to provoke these guys into rushing me as well. This is the main... So I saw that the chest, by the way, is not on the left side. It's probably going to be up on one of the higher platforms, which means this video is going to be one of the longer routes. Again, I'm hiding behind a corner and using my stone beats. And then I missed the sword guy. Kind of went under me, very annoying. And then I'm headed to high ground again, because I'm getting shot at. So here, I think I got a bunch of people from the lower level that got aggroed. Look at how strong double Blizzard Spike is, just break them. Like a double Blizzard Spike from a booster Frostallion like this is like stronger than a Plasma Cannon headshot. Very, very strong. Okay, so here I'm aggroing the entire side of this oil rig with the stairs. Disabling the turret here. And I'm taking a lot of heat, and there's a shotgun guy here, which is very dangerous, so I'm gonna backtrack a bit. And I'm gonna seek high ground. When your shield is down, shotgun guys can like free shot you, so they're very dangerous. Their shotguns actually do a lot of damage, so it's a lot of stuff coming my way. I'm getting back to the stairs here, into the high ground, and I'm letting them come to me, which is a big mistake on their part, because obviously I have moves that are designed. So here, Katana guy, nope. Katana guy that made a mistake, and I'm gonna put a Thunderstorm right here to get some CC on these guys. Kill the Xenovator, wait until they land, and it's hammer time. Black guy, 5 kills here with the hammer. Just obliterated 5 people there. Good AoE if you can land it. Kind of annoying, the distance is kind of annoying. Maybe if they had made it have a close range, just swing, it would have been easier. Summoning Frostallion for the double Blizzard Spike, pretty much one-shot this guy. So big, big damage. And then the entire right side of the oil rig is now clear for me to go up. I'm able to mount Frostallion here for a bit because it takes the laser turrets a little bit to adjust and actually fire. So there's some parts of the oil rig where mounting Frostallion is okay. And as usual, flying pals get targeted by the laser turrets. So Stonebeat here is a little awkward to use in different heights, because sometimes the animation just goes to the top floor. I'm gonna kill this rocket guy with Diamond Rain and move on through the stairs. Stairs can be a bit tricky here. when guys funnel, so be careful. And then I'm making my way up to the top level, trying to find where the main chest is here. Like I said, this is the blind run. I didn't really scout out the LVL or anything. I'm just doing it like as if a new player would. So, you know, I would think that if you don't have access to legendary plasma cannon or even legendary guide, because the thing that's guided, like legendary guided, it makes this run so slow. I would honestly prefer bringing in pals. If I didn't have legendary plasma, just bring pals, save ammo, and do it this way. So here I believe we spotted where the chest is at this point, or later on. Let's see here. And then this can get pretty hot. Do not get surrounded in these corners. I'm turning the corner and letting my pals take the hits. And then only coming out to attack. Again, Thunderstorm, very useful for knocking things up. As soon as a Thunderstorm is down, anything that walks into it will not be able to shoot you. Very, very strong. Double Blizzard Spike again, massive damage. That was like over 34,000 damage. A single skill. Excellent. Such a good skill against ground-based targets. Just hit so many times. Because the thing with Double Blizzard Spike is if you can nail the actual projectile and then the splash, it's like quad damage. It hit 4 times. Very, very strong skill. So here I'm letting my Bastigor get these guys and aggroing the guys on the right. And then I'm using this for cover, kind of getting the high ground on them. High ground's pretty good. And the oil rig. Typically you want pals having a line of sight to things here. And then I'm going to bring out Bastigor here in a second. As soon as you see your pals shooting out a basic attack, bring out the next one. You want big attacks. So a couple of notes on the build I'm using here. My Bastigor does have Serenity. I think you do want Serenity on the mounted pal because you're spamming its skills so much that it actually makes a big difference. Frostallion, I'm mostly using him as a backup and also against the boss fights. So I don't think he needs Serenity, but really both pals benefit a lot because you're just spamming pal skills so much. You want them up as much as possible. Serenity is like a straight DPS increase. In my opinion, also a note on the partner skill. I think the Bastigor skill should not have a cooldown. I mean, you're going out of your way to mount it. It should have like, I think it has a 3-second cooldown. It should have like no cooldown. That way you can go ham with the melee. No cooldown. See, it's got a 3-second thing. So here I'm stone beating this guy. Stone beat is a 2 shots. Once it's out, it's out. And then I'm going to nail these guys over at the top. I think there's a rocket guy up there. But I want to make sure he's not alive. So there's a couple of possible spawn locations on the chest. One of them is to the top of that staircase over there on the right. Could be up there, but I haven't seen it yet at this point in the run. So I'm investigating whether it's going to be up there or down these stairs. It's kind of hard to get a good vantage point. Sometimes it's down these stairs and then to the top. And I just want to get rid of these guys. The reason I'm doing this, by the way, I'm not rushing the chest location, is because I want to clear out these guys. I don't want the AI going back and aggroing these guys. And some of these guys might get aggro you during the chopper fight. If they're too close to the chopper fight and you engage chopper without clearing them, some of them might come up from behind, and I'm trying to avoid that. This guy 8 stone beats, and I'm going to hammer him here and miss, get rocketed. This rocket guy really slowed me down because he kept staggering my pal and interrupting moves. But I had to chew through his friends before doing that. So this is very annoying. So here I'm going to get Frostallion out. There's a rocket here. I think I mounted him and did a Blizzard Spike here just to clear out. Look, like the AoE of Blizzard Spike is just so good. So good. Okay, so apparently lasers don't lock onto you on this part of the oil rig, so I felt pretty safe. If you're right beneath the laser turrets, I think they have a hard time getting a line of sight on you. It's kind of weird. Some parts of the oil rig you can fly, and then some you can't. But mostly like 90% of the oil rig is anti-air. So here, yeah, I heard the laser, and I tried to get out of the way, but Bastigor ate the hits anyway. Doing a stone beat here to do some damage on the machine gun, the Gatling gun guy. So get a crusher. And then getting some AoE down the stairs, and some hammer action also. Look at Phalaris getting hit through the ceiling here. It's pretty fun. Phalaris is trying to get up the stairs, but he's going to eat Diamond Rain. A lot of AoE coming in here. Polaris is trying to go up the stairs. I think I missed him here. He's trying to do Phoenix Tide. But I think I wrecked him here. Caught him in a corner here, tight spot. Means hammer time. Actually got Lizpuck instead. Missing Polaris here. But Diamond Rain's gonna kill him. So mostly clearing the stairs here. Bringing Frostallion out again. While my Bastigor stuff cools now. Oh, and important notes. I didn't use a single healing potion in this run. The pals have attack food. Which helps a bit, but no healing potion. This is all Vampiric and natural player regeneration. Not even during the boss fight. So just showing the effectiveness, the cost effectiveness of this build. And good practice too, to do these. To aim pal skills. Very different than aiming with guns. The pacing is completely different. So I think at this point I noticed that the chest is over on the far right side of that hallway. And I'm clearing out some stuff before I head down with AoE skills. So I'm heading down these stairs, and I decided to drop down this side of the platform instead. To make sure I get this chest, and also to make sure that there's nothing ambushing me. There's a couple of things on the ground, on the water level. I'm going to ignore them for now. Instead, I'm going to focus on annihilating the staircase and these approaching guys. Big damage here with double Blizzard Spike. Yet another area of the oil rig where lasers cannot target you. So yeah, I think at this point I did spot the chest. It's over on the far right side. So it's just a matter of clearing this hallway. Still meet there for a long distance. There's a turret here, so I'm going to rush it with Bastigor, put Bastigor behind cover if possible, and then try to make myself approach the turrets. And I just don't want these turrets active when Bastigor engages, so I'm going to go back behind cover. Get over here behind this crate. Cover is your friend in the oil rig. Get Frostallion out to distract. Vampiric is so good on oil rig. Like, your pals are always maxed out because of the amount of damage you can do to these guys. Here I put down a defensive Thunderstorm and a Diamond Rain, and waiting to see if anyone comes close to me. And they did. So I'm gonna kill this guy, this Least Punk, and then doing. I got staggered out of Stonebeat, so I decided to do this instead. Stonebeat has like a good 1.5 second window where if you get staggered, it will cancel out. A lot of moves are like that, especially long range moves. We've got more spam by Frostallion here with Diamond Rain. Okay, so I cleared that whole platform. The way is clear pretty much for that turrets. Dismounting Frostallion here in case there's any turrets. This turret blew up. I'm not sure if I killed it or what happened there, but the turret just blew up as I approached it, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure if you can kill turrets with damage. Maybe you can shoot them out, but it just blew up. It's kind of weird. So now I only have the hallway and the crushers in between me and the chest. And obviously, this is a full run just for, for the point of providing commentary and gameplay, so you guys see how this all works. But if you really wanted to, you could rush the chests with a jet dragon or something. You could like try to scope out the chest from really high up and then drop down, and then just do the boss fight, the chopper boss fight. If you don't need anything from the little chest, you can do that too. Double Blizzard Spike goodness, as always, being very effective. And then now I just have the crushers left pretty much. And I'm trying to aggro this side of the map and have them some of their stuff, some of their pals, nuke them with stone beats. I think I had a guy drop to the bottom there. And what I'll do is I'll be killing him before I summon Chopper. You don't want anything below you in the ground floors, in the water floors. You don't want anything below you for the Chopper fight, for sure. So here I got Frostallion again. I'm throwing a double Blizzard Spike in that direction and then dismounting because of lasers, just in case. And now here I'm trying to get a good defensive angle. I'm waiting for the oil rig crusher to reload. They have a impressive firepower in a direct line of sight, but they do have to reload. Here I'm doing a hammer attack, staggering this guy. And crushers get staggered too when they take a big chunk of damage. Backing away here, getting some cover, doing a thunderstorm on him. And they're hiding behind my pal for a bit. And then Frostallion is going to finish this guy off. Okay. So the Crusher is dead. And see, Laser came in immediately. So Laser can't find you at this part of the platform. So what I'm going to do is one more Crusher left. And unfortunately, I got a missile guy up on the top right there. It's kind of annoying. So what I'm doing is trying to get some hits on the Crusher. And then I'll be sniping the missile interceptor guy up on the top right when I get a good angle on him. Cool thing about all these ice moves too is that human beings are really easy to freeze. It's not like a raid boss where they have a crazy amount of status resist. So here what I'm doing is replacing the moves that I'm going to be using for the boss. It's going to be double Blizzard Spike, and Fireball mostly. My Bastigor doesn't have Blizzard Spike. He only knows double Blizzard Spike and Diamond Rain. So Diamond Rain, it's Diamond Rain, double Blizzard Spike, and then Blizzard Spike. That should be the build for the boss, for the chopper. For my Bastigor, I gave him Fireball instead. So Fireball works as a replacement for Blizzard Spike. But I think Blizzard Spike itself is going to be better on these two pals because obviously they are ice, so they boost that damage. So here Laser comes in again. I'm withdrawing, getting back on my ground mounts, which the air turret's in on targets, and then I want to disable this obviously. And then one more guy to go, this guy at the top. Bastigor is going to get him with a double Blizzard Spike. Okay, so we're set for the boss fight. I'm just making sure that my shields are okay, and then I have to clear out this guy that dropped to the bottom earlier, you guys remember. You can see that the AI is focusing on him, so what I do is I just let my pal drop down, and watch. As soon as they're in the same fields, my pals are going to be able to kill him. The guy is in water too, so it doesn't take much damage from fire. But here, Bastigor was able to kill. So my shields are back to full. I'm giving attack food buff to my two guys. You can see my player loadout there. I have no attack pendants or anything like that. And hello to YouTube. So here we're summoning Chopper, waiting until he gets in distance. I'm just waiting patiently. Always remember to stay around the chest or some type of cover. You can't find it. As soon as he gets within close distance, I'm going to summon my pal here. And I'm going to use this chest as cover. And we're going to let Diamond Rain do its thing. And then whenever I see that one of my pals is getting shot too much, I just withdraw. Look at the beauty double Blizzard Spike there. 12k damage each on the chopper. Whenever I hear missiles, I try to dance around a little bit or try to get behind this pillar. Sometimes scaling up a wall helps in losing the guided missiles that it casts. Their homing's really good. And whenever you see it rush you down like that, it's a bombing run just straight to the side. I think the most dangerous attack is the guided missiles just because of how well they home and how big of an explosion they've got. They can slowly chip you down. The best way would be to dodge them would be to get away from walls, get away from the floor. So just grapple up a wall if you can, or be in midair can help. But yeah, once you're at this point, it's just a matter of and this is what I was talking about. One of these guys rushed us from behind. He was still alive, but thankfully my Frostallion caught him. And then here I'm just rinsing and repeating. The pals are going to be killing Chopper with a rotation of double Blizzard Spike, Diamond Rain, and Blizzard Spike and/or Fireball. So just showing here another method that you can do a full clear on the oil rig without needing your weapons. Pretty satisfying playstyle and definitely very fun to get hammer, quad, or pentakills on the Syndicate. Pretty satisfying crunch that you don't get from just shooting them. But anyway, that's the rest of the fights. So I will leave you guys to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary and this gameplay. It was a longer run this time, but I think this could help somebody out there that's trying to kill an oil rig on a new file and just wants to breed and doesn't quite have the guns or the equipment to take on the oil rig as a player. You can have your pals do it for you. Now that said, this is obviously a slower method than just using the best guns in the game, but it works. That's what matters, it works. You know, not going for min-max here, not going for the fastest clear, just going to have a good time and have some fun with the oil rig. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will leave you guys to it. Enjoy the rest of the chopper fights. And if you have any comments or feedback, please let me know. Please let me know down below. I will see you guys on the next one. Raids out.